Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my workflows and automations inside of Honeybook. So this is how I run my business. This is how I stay on top of client communication with lots of different clients that are all in different spots of their client journey. Some of them might have already booked with me and their wedding could be soon. Some of them might just want a portrait session and it could be, months down the road. So this is how I stay on top of it and don't go crazy. Now I use Honeybook, and Honeybook is how I manage my clients. It's a client management software. And if you want to check it out and get 50% off your first year, I'm going to link that down below for you guys in the description section. This is how I send my contracts, how I accept payments, how I send questionnaires, brochures, and really it's everything that goes into my business. And I love that it's all in one place. So if you want to see more videos about how I set up my Honeybook account and what all goes into it, I'll link those down below as well and add this to the playlist. I have other videos about Honeybook for those of you who want to look at the other features. But today I want to talk mostly about the workflows, automations, things that I can set up one time and that will save me so much time forever. That will send out emails automatically, payment reminders automatically, questionnaires, all that kind of stuff. So what you'll be seeing is kind of like my client journey. And what I would encourage you to do is after you watch this video, go ahead and pull out a sheet of paper and write down your client journey that you currently have with your clients. Like, what kind of emails are you sending out? What kind of questionnaires do you need to get in their hands before you work with them? Even if it's a portrait client or a wedding client or something entirely different, you probably need to get information from that client or provide them with information so that they're best suited to work with you as a photographer. So you write down that journey, you can load it up into Honeybook and have it all automated out, which is going to save you so much time when you're up to your nose in business, which is a good thing, but can be really overwhelming as a photographer. So that's what you're going to see here in this video today. What I want to share with you here inside of my Honeybook account is not just contracts and invoices and some of this frankly boring stuff that a lot of us don't want to think about, but definitely should. But more so, I want to share with you automations, things that you can set up one time that will work for you for a long time so that I don't have to remember this stuff and repeat the same emails and the same actions over and over. So right now we're here inside of settings and we're under preferences. And this is automations that keep you in the loop as to what's going on with your clients. So here you'll see you can be notified when maybe a client hasn't viewed your documents that you've sent over after a set amount of days. You can make sure that Honeybook then will tell you, hey, your client hasn't seen this. This is a good opportunity for you to go in and make sure that that didn't go to their spam folder or something like that. Another thing in here that I really like is this remind me a week before a project. I find this to be really helpful because that's a perfect time for me to follow up with my assistant or my second shooter. So you can turn any of these on or off and they really don't take much time to set up at all. I don't have to go in and write specific emails or figure any of this out. Now under actions, this is going to be automations that go to your clients. So I want to make sure that any proposals or invoices that I send out automatically expire after 2 weeks, just so that they have to follow up with me and I make sure that I still have space in my calendar for that specific event or that kind of thing, just in case. So these, you just choose what you want and what pertains to your business. Now, the last one is the automatic payment reminders, and this is huge. I have never had to consciously remember that a payment is due or email my clients asking for money because my photography CRM does it for me. You can customize any of these emails. This is what mine looks like, and even this little pay button can be customized with your brand colors so that it represents your company really, really well. Another way you can make your life easier is through batch emails. This would be great for an announcement, kind of like a newsletter if you wanted to email all of your brides or all of your family clients at once, and this would be a great way to do it. Finally, I want to show you the best automation tool that Honeybook has, and that is workflows. Workflows, as it says right here, are how you can transform all those repeat tasks into automated tasks. And I'm going to show you here what my wedding inquiry workflow looks like and kind of talk you through it. And hopefully this gives you some inspiration for your own business to see what's possible, what kind of stuff you could be automating so that you're not wasting your time behind your computer when you could be doing more profit-producing activities. Okay, so step one, someone inquires and I turn on this workflow. So I would go inside of their project, I would turn it on. Now immediately, so 0 days after activating the workflow, it would send the inquiry email. This would have my pricing and brochure and information and anything that I have put in that email. Now I have it set to approve before sending because I don't want this to go out without my permission, and I want to make sure that I go through it and just make sure that everything that it says pertains to them. So you can be as involved or as automating as you want in this process, but I like to be a little more involved. That way I don't have to remember to send the email. I don't have to actually write the email. But of course, I do want to be the one to actually press send. All right, in step 2, you can see 3 days later, it's going to automatically tell me that I should send them a follow-up email. Now, again, I approve before sending because I want to make sure that just in case they have gotten back to me, that it doesn't automatically go out to them. Step 3 is another follow-up email, and this is a closing your inquiry email. So if I haven't heard back from them at this point, I send this email just letting them know that I'm about to close out their inquiry, but I would love to talk to them. Now from here, it creates a task. So 2 days after setting up the workflow, it creates a task in my task bucket, like over where it tells me what I need to be doing in my business, that says, hey, you need to set up a call with this couple. And once I have that call set up, so once I check that box, I'll automatically be reminded that I have to send them my pricing brochure. So this is really helpful if you kind of already have a system and an approach for how you book family sessions or corporate gigs or weddings. So just writing it out can be really helpful before you go in here. But remember, you can always move these steps around and you're not going to mess up your workflow. So it's pretty fluid, and that's what I really like about Honeybook as a platform and as a software, that it's pretty forgiving to build out this and make sure that it reflects your brand really, really nicely. I have another task here created for myself that says that I should have the consultation with the couple. I put this here because as soon as this gets checked, I want to send them a thank you email. I want to thank them for their time and make sure that they don't have any further questions. This really opens up that line of communication. And then from there, I will send them a proposal of the reflected collection, whatever they decided to choose. Of course, from there, I need to get the signed contract and retainer. And then the final step inside of my workflow will be to end this workflow and start my wedding workflow. So this again is just my inquiry workflow. As you can see, I have a wedding workflow. This one's a lot longer, but I won't get into all of this, but you can see in step 1, it says, thank you for booking with me. So it just flows really, really seamlessly from this whole inquiry process to actually being my client. And you'll also see in step 2, one of my tasks that auto-populates inside of my task bank is going to say, order the client gift, because that's what I need to do as soon as I book a client. So as you can see, this is what it's going to look like when a task comes through on my end. You can see here, I need to send out a proposal. I have to get a client gift ordered, and I'm submitting a wedding to Baltimore Bride to be featured. So this is just a good example of what it would look like if you logged in and you created some of these tasks for yourself. It looks pretty similar on the app as well. So I hope this helps you to see what's possible and what kind of things you can automate in your business and elevate your client experience overall. If you want to see more videos about how I use Honeybook in my business to make everything run smoothly, hit the video here on your screen right now, and I will see you over there. Bye guys.